Hi friends, I am Preeti Jain, MCom Final, MPM Government First Grade College Karkala. I am explain about the topic International Bond Market. Before discuss about the international bond market, first we should know about what do you mean by bond. A bond is a contract between two parties. Here two parties means one who issue the bond, that is company or government, and another one who is buy the bond, that is the investor. So company or government issue the bonds because they need to borrow large amount of money. So bond means a contract between two parties and it is between the company or government and with the investor. Next is introduction. The bond is a financial market where participants buy and sell debt securities, usually in the form of bonds. Here, debt securities means money borrowed that must be repaid, usually in the specific rate of interest. Some debt securities are discounted in the original purchase price, and some of the debt securities are treasury bills, bonds, and commercial paper. Meaning, a bond issued in a country or currency other than that of the investor or the broker. They include euro bond, which are issued in a foreign currency, and foreign bond, which are issued in a foreign government or corporation in the domestic market, and global bond, which are issued in both domestic and international market. Here these euro bond and foreign bonds, these are all the types of international bond market. We will discuss briefly about this euro bond and foreign bond in the later part, that is in the type of international bond market. In the bond market, participants can issue new debt in the market called the primary market, or trade debt securities in the market called secondary market. These products are typically in the form of bond, but they may also come in the form of bills and notes. This means the main goal of the bond market is to provide long-term financial aid and funding for public and private projects and expenditure. Next, we will discuss about who are all the participants of bond market. The participants of the bond market are nearly same as the participants in other financial market. In bond market, the participants are either buyer of the fund or seller of the fund. Participants include institutional investors, traders, governments, and individuals who purchase products provided by large institutions. These projects may be in the form of pension funds, mutual funds, and life insurance, among many other product types. So, next is the future of international bond. First is the principal. This is face value of the bond. An issuer or a company must be repaid this amount at maturity. The amount of invest depends upon it. That means here in the first feature says that the principal amount means the face value of the bond. An issuer or a company must repay the amount at the time of maturity date, and the amount of repayment is depends upon the investment. And the second feature is maturity period. A bond will have its fixed maturity period. The term to maturity or payment date must be fixed at the date of issue, but perpetuity will have no maturity date. That means the payment date must be fixed at the time of date of issue of the bond. So the bond will have its fixed maturity period. Next is coupon. Coupon represents national interest rate that will be paid. These established or fixed at the time of bond is issued. That means with the coupon bond, there are no records of the purchaser kept by the issuer. The purchaser's name is also not printed on any kind of certificate. Bondholders receive these coupons during the period between the issuance of the bond and the maturity of the bond. Next is the registration. On the basis of transferability of the bond can be classified into bearer and registered debenture. That means It means on the basis of transferability, this can be classified as bearer and registered debenture. Next is the call future. There will be the call provision for corporate, municipal and some treasury securities. On those bonds, the earliest call date and call price are fixed. That means here on the basis of earliest call date and the call price, they are fixed. These call provisions are fixed. Next is the convertibility. Some bonds will have convertible future. It means they can be converted into common stock. That means some of the bonds can have the convertible futures. That means here some bonds can be converted into common stock or that can be converted into equity shares. Next is the type of international bond. First is the euro bond. A euro bond issue is one denominated in a particular currency but sold to investors in national capital market other than the country that issued the denominating currency. That means a foreign company issue a bond denominated in a currency which is not the home currency of the investor. For example, an US company issue bond and raise capital in Japan denominated in US dollar. This means in this example, the US company issue a bond in a US currency and not in the Japanese currency. This Eurobond is also called as the external bond. Eurobond are not governed by any specific country rules and regulation. Next is the foreign bond. A foreign bond is a bond issued in a domestic market by a foreign entity in the domestic market's currency as a means of raising capital. This means foreign companies issued bonds denominated in the currency denomination of the issued country is called as a foreign bond. For example, an US company issue a bond or raise a capital in Japan denominated in Japanese yen is an example of foreign bond. Here the US company issue a bond in Japanese currency and not in the US currency. In Eurobond, what happens is the US company issue a bond in a US currency but not in the Japanese currency. But in the foreign bond, the US company issue a bond in the Japanese currency and not in the US currency. So these foreign bonds have to be registered and have to abide by the rules and regulation of the foreign country where these bonds are issued. In a euro bond, they will not have any rules and regulation, but in the foreign bond they follow the rules and regulation. And among the foreign bond market, the Yankee bond and Samurai bond market attract the maximum number of issuance. And this Yankee bond is a foreign bond and it is issued in a US, and Samurai bond is a foreign bond and it is issued in a Japan. Next is a domestic bond issued in the country and currency in which they are traded. Unlike international bond, domestic bonds are not subject to currency risk. They usually carry less risk as the regulatory and taxation requirements are usually known to investors in domestic bonds, or at least to their brokers and accountants. That means in a domestic bond, it is an obligation of a domestic issuer denominated in a domestic currency and sold and traded in a domestic market, and it compared to foreign bond and euro bond, this domestic bond has a less risk. Next is a type of bond. First one is a corporate bond. A corporate bond is a bond issued by a corporation. The term is usually applied to long-term debt instrument, generally with a maturity date falling at least a year after their issue date. The term commercial paper is sometimes used for instruments with the shorter maturity. That means in a corporate bond, it is a bond that a corporation issues to raise money effectively in order to expand its business. Next is the government bond. A government bond is a bond issued by national government, generally promising to pay a certain amount on a certain date as well as a periodic interest payment. That means the government bonds are usually denominated on the country's own currency. Bonds issued by national government in foreign currencies are normally referred to as a sovereign bond. Next is a zero coupon bond. This is a type of bond that makes no coupon payment but instead is issued at a considerable discount to par value. That means here in the name itself says that zero coupon bond means a no coupon payment and they issued at a considerable discount. Next is a convertible bond. The holder of a convertible bond has the option to convert the bond into equity of the issuing firm on pre-specific terms. This means convertible bond may be fully or partly convertible. For the part of the convertible bond which is redeemed, the investor receives equity shares and non-converted part remain as a bond. Next is a floating rate notes. These are bonds in which interest rate depends on the interest rate prevailing in the market. The interest rate paid to the bond holder at regular intervals comprises of the interest rate prevailing in the market spread. That means which is a rate that is fixed when the prices of the bond are being fixed and it remains constant till the maturity period of the bond. Next, what are all the risks involved in investment of bonds? First one is interest rate risk. When interest rate rise, bond price falls. When interest rates fall, bond price rise. This is a risk if you need to sell a bond before its maturity date and interest rates are up. You may end up selling the bond for less than you paid for it. That means it is one of the risks involved in investing a bond. Here when the interest rate increases, bond price will be decreases. If you want to sell a bond before its maturity date, you may selling the bond at less price than the purchase price. Next, liquidity risk. Liquidity risk is a financial risk that for a certain period of time a given financial asset, security or commodity cannot be traded quickly enough in the market without impacting the market price. That means this is one of the financial risk. Here in the bond market, what happens is security or commodity cannot be traded quickly enough in the market without impacting the market price. Next is the market risk. This is the risk that the entire bond market declines. If this happens, the price of your bond investment will likely fall regardless the quality or type of bonds you hold. That means this is one of the biggest risk involved in investing the bond. If the market risk will happens, the price of your bond investment will likely decreases or fall. Next is the credit risk. If you buy bonds from a company or government that isn't financially stable, there is more of a risk you will lose money. This is called credit risk or default risk. That means there is a saying that where there is a high risk, there is a high return. So in bond market also there is a high return, but it also involves a high risk of losing our money. Sometimes the issuer can't make the interest payment to investors. So these are all some of the risks involved in investing the money. At the conclusion, bond are debt securities in which you lend money to an issuer in exchange for interest payment and the future repayment of the bond fees value. Certain bonds are risk free, and bonds generally offer predictable income and better return than other short term investment. With the conclusion, we can say that most investors can improve their balance between risk and return by placing 25% of their portfolio in different bond investment. This international bond market is quickly expanding as companies continue to look for the cheapest way to borrow money. Hope all of you understood this concept. Thank you for listening. Thank you.